Hey everybody, it's Pauly T here on the boardwalk in Dublin. And I was down here yesterday and I was having a cup of coffee in a local cafe, and a young man started talking to me, and he didn't know who I was or what I do or anything, but he just started talking to me like he wanted to talk to somebody. And I found this young man to be a very interesting young man, and he had a great story. So I told him who I am, what I do, and I asked him could I film him. And so we came over here to the boardwalk and I started to interview this young man, and he made a very deep impression on me. But unfortunately my battery ran out midway during the interview and it wasn't fully concluded. I made an arrangement to meet him today up in Temple Bar with the hope that we could come down and finish the interview. He didn't show up, unfortunately, but I wasn't too surprised, because the chaos of addiction and living in a hostel, which is part of this young man's story, he's only been out of prison and a few months, and he's really battling, because he's really battling with trying to stay clean after being put into a hostel with active users. And this is a big problem, a big problem in Dublin for people that are released from prison that don't have any fixed abode. It's very difficult for them to get a good start. So anyway, I'm going to show the interview anyway, unfinished as it is. But this young man, he touched me deeply. There was something very authentic and very real about him. So anyway, let's get on with it.
I'm Warren Connors, and
How old are you, Warren?
I'm 28 years of age.
What's your situation?
My situation is basically like, I'm just out here in the world. I'm not even living, I'm just existing at the minute. I am. Like, I'm just getting, every day is just
struggle.
Every day is just like another struggle. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen when you walk out the door every day, you know?
Tell us a little about yourself, Warren.
A little bit about myself, like, well, I originally come from Coolock and Darndale. I was brought up there all my life, you know?
Yes.
Rough hill neighbourhoods, you know?
Sure.
I remember when I was younger, I was probably about 4, 5, 6. Went to Darndale School at Our Lady Immaculate. I used to get bullied when I was a child. I was only probably 5 or 6. I used to get bullied an awful lot. One day I couldn't take it anymore. I joined the boxing club in Darndale, and basically after then, when I joined the boxing club, then I was in there for a little while, and then when I went back to school after summer holidays, then I was one of the best fighters in the school.
Right. And
I had the heart of a lion.
Tell me something more. Did the bullying come from the fact that you're some
I'll tell you, you hit the nail on the head there, right? You hit the nail on the head there, yeah? Right? See, I have my cousins, yeah? Right? My cousins are all travellers, yeah? Right? See, on my dad's side, I don't know all them too much, do you understand me?
Sure.
So, all my life I get it, right? Well, not so much now with my cousins or my family, but when I was younger, it was like, with my traveller family, it was like, oh, you're only a country man, you know what I mean? This, that, blah, blah, blah. That means like you're not a traveller, a country man, yeah?
Yes.
And then on the other side, then, you have like settled people calling you a traveller, a knacker, and this and that.
So you didn't fit in.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So you were brought up by your grandparents.
My grandparents, yeah.
Tell me, so I can put
my grandparents, Marguerite and Johnny Connors.
Yeah.
My grandmother, the best. My grandmother is the best in the world. Like, you know.
Sure.
I never, like, she's just, anybody ever came across her, she's just an angel. Like, you know, she's just one of them people, like, where, like, just, she would never get anything like her again. Salty there calling a woman, you know. But like, she's done so much for me all my life, you know. But she got sick, you know, and my granddad had to look after her then for years, like, you know. And that's one thing about him. Like, he never complained about it once. He just got on with it, and he done his best for everyone. Like, my two uncles, yeah, are in now jail all their life. Like, I mean, and a lot of family members, not uncles or aunties, just cousins. And it was just like a normal thing.
What was? Oh, be jail.
Yeah, it was like, you know.
Did you come to use?
So when I went to jail, like, you know, when I came out, like, it's like a pat on the back. It was like a normal thing.
Yes.
You get me? But nobody ever actually pulled me. My granddad reared me, you know what I mean? My nanny and granddad reared me. But my granddad never gave me much guidance in life, you know? Do you understand me?
Yes, I do.
He never gave me much guidance, you know? He was there, he done his best for us. He worked in the security guard, he was paying all the bills, doing everything, yeah?
Yeah.
But he never gave much guidance in life. He never said you should do this, you should do that, or, you know? He's a very cranky man, you know? He used to always give out all the time, and, you know?
Yeah.
And sorry, granddad, now, well, this is just reality of it, innit?
Yeah.
My granddad used to drop me to school every single morning, and he used to pick me up from school every day
Yeah.
to make sure I was in school. You get me?
He wanted the best for you.
Yeah.
How did you start using first, Connor?
Yeah, so basically, like, I'll tell you exactly the first time I ever started using anything at all, right?
Yeah.
All the boys went off. They got loads of push bikes. They came back with about 10 push bikes. This fella in Darndale used to buy all the bikes off us. Yeah. He'd give you a big box of hash for them.
Yeah.
So all the boys got loads of blocks of hash for them. So we went over to the college. We used to call it the college, yeah. It's like a barns all over there. We used to go over there, you know what I mean? Because we all partying in case any of my family seen us, you get me?
Yeah.
Hiding it, you know what I mean? And basically then we went over there, we're smoking hashing all. I went green, and then after that, then I was smoking hash every day. Then after a while, we was drinking, like, to say every Friday we drink, like, it's only €6 for like 4 cans of Devil's Bit. 3 of them or something. We all mouthy, killing each other and all at the end of the night, yeah. And then after a while, then we drinking. Then like after, like, before we knew it, then we taking ease and sipping coke, and you know what I mean.
And it was the natural progression from that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You would take it.
It was all the environment.
The environment. So, tell us your story, just the basics of it. You start using them when you were young. When did you first realise you were addicted?
Well, the first time I realised I was addicted, yeah. I tell you the first time I ever. This is when things went to the next level.
Yes.
A so-called friend of mine. I never took tablets before in my life, yeah. Basically, long story short. Oh, Warren, we got a few tablets, yeah. It's just like smoking 50 bag of weed. It's gonna be lovely, you know what I mean? Went up, got the tablets, you know what I mean? We smoked a few joints, drinking loads of cup of tea, you know what I mean? And basically then, like, this day now, he's living a life, he's kids, this, that, cars, everything, you know what I mean? But I decided I was addicted personality.
Sure.
So when I tasted the tablets, I loved them. I loved the way they made me feel.
Yes.
They made me feel confident. They made me lose all the anxiety.
Yes.
They made me lose all that social awkwardness.
Yes,
They made me feel myself.
Yeah.
Like,
And that was the beginning of a spiral into.
that was the beginning of it, yeah. And that went on for years.
And you had to do a lot of prison, I believe. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I done just under 10 years in prison. 10 years I done.
You're only older,
28.
so it's a lot of life you've missed in prison.
10 years.
And what's the problem you have in staying clean? Talk to us about that, bro, because this is the stuff they need to hear.
About staying clean.
Yeah, what's the problem you have staying clean? Like,
I tell you what, right?
yeah.
So, I just finished off 3.5 years in September, it's gone, right?
Okay.
Right? And I done fabulous through the whole sentence. I done everything I could. I done every course. I was going to school.
Right.
I was doing the gym. I was just, my confidence is back. I was like that.
Yeah.
I was just so confident. I thought I really had the addiction nailed. I used to see a drug counselor every week. I thought I had it nailed, right?
Okay.
So, I'm getting told by all these people in the prison, like, you know, all the resettlements and all that, I'm going to be getting out, I'm going to be getting my own place and everything's going to be good, yeah?
Yes.
Which was a lot of bollocks, yeah?
What was the reality?
The reality was I got picked up from the gate by 2 key workers and they brought me down to a fucking hostel.
Okay.
Did you get me?
Yes.
And he put me into a room with 4 other fellas that's taking heroin every day in my face.
Oh,
Do
Jesus.
you understand me?
Yeah.
Right?
What started you got, Jesus?
But see that? The 4 of them in the room smoking heroin every day. That didn't bother me.
Okay.
Because I made them smoke in the bathroom. Away from me. Yeah. They had the respect to smoke in the bathroom with me, right? But after a while, and all the negative people in it,
Yes.
nobody's ever happy. It's always negative.
So it was a very difficult environment to be in for
Yes.
a fella who came out healthy from
And I always try to spread positivity. Even in the place there where I was, I always tried to just bring positive vibes, make the boys, you know, like, it's hard to explain, but I tried my best always just to not let anything get to me, yeah? That's why these days I just do my own thing. Because when I get out of prison, yeah,
Yes.
I sat back and I said to myself, yeah, I'm ringing all these people, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, when I first get out, my phone was ringing all the time, everybody wants to talk to me, yeah. And after a while then that's stopping. You know what I mean? Then it's only small for you, yeah. And then I said to myself, do you know what, yeah? I said, I'm gonna sit back now and I see who reaches out to me instead of me reaching out to them all the time. And basically, like, very small few people actually.
So it'd be fair to say you didn't have enough support. That's what it boils down to. When you left prison, healthy for the first time in ages, doing well, with a bit of plans to get your life together, you were let down really by the resources.
I think, like, look, I think, yeah, you can go to prison in Ireland, right?
Yeah.
You can do well in prison,
Sure.
right? You can do great, yeah? You can do fabulous, yeah? But when you get out of prison, yeah,
Yes.
they're putting people into hostels where fellas are taking drugs every single day. It doesn't stop. It's like a fucking mental asylum, like the places are, yeah?
Right.
It's not a place for people. Like, look at, I asked them specifically before I get out,
Yes.
please, I beg you, please don't put me into a place where people are taking drugs. I said, put me somewhere where I will give a drug test every single week,
Right.
just to keep me in check. Because if I know I have the drug test, that will keep me in check.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I didn't want to stay clean, but I'm saying, if I knew I had a drug test,
The extra pressure of that
Yeah.
helps.
I was thinking, if I had to do a drug test, right, it'd give me a bit of a chance to kind
Stability,
of, yeah.
something to work.
And but when I get out as well, I had to deal with the stress, from the death of my mother,
Okay.
you know.
Was there any support around that?
Yeah, the family.
The counselling, though, was there any
No,
nothing like that?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything like that.
Sure.
I was just self-medicating. The Irish prison service need to to change things up. They really need to change things up because they can't keep doing this to people. Like, look, just show where we are now. Right? This place here, yeah, is like a jungle every single day, right? And it's all the same faces that you see in prison. Every single.
And unfortunately, guys, that's all I got. I had so much more I wanted to ask Wayne. Like I say, his sincerity and his authenticity touched me deeply. And so if you're out there, anyone knows Wayne, please get in touch. You got my number. If you don't, drop me a comment under any of my videos or and try and get in touch with me, bro. I'd like to finish this interview. This is Pauly T from the Boardwalk, Dublin City Centre. Yeah, guys, stay blessed, love one another, love yourself, so you have the ability to love someone else. Because all love starts with self-love. And without self-love, it's not a selfish thing. Put self-love as your priority, because without that, how can you love somebody else? What have you got to bring to the table? If you don't like yourself, how can you like anybody else? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Take it from an old guy who's been there, done it, and all that. Love yourself so that you can love someone else. This is Pauly T of Culture. Stay blessed.